Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, March the 12th, presented by Mercury. Don't forget, folks, Bucks Island Fish Fest is today here at the dealership, 4500 Highway 77 in Southside, Alabama. Come on over and see us. Cliff Pace, John Cruz, Greg Vinson, Scott Canterbury, Wes Logan, NPFL's John Cox, Gentry Gordy, and a host of other people, plus vendors. Come on and see us. But if you're going to brave this weather, the guys are going to be here in just a minute to tell you what to expect, and we hope you stay warm. Be right back with the Fishing Report. Well, good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, March the 12th, Fish Fest Day. Don't forget that, folks. Come on and see us here at the dealership. But for those of you that are going to brave that cold and go fishing, Lee Pitts is going to break it all down for Weiss Lake and Neely Henry. Lee, back to you, Cotton.
All right, I'll take it. It's not a whole lot to break down right now. This weather's kind of been a little brutal on us again, but we've caught fish this week. Last weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we really had some good days. The fish, it was like it should be in springtime. We battled some weather early in the week, and it had them scattered a little bit. But with the wind and the cold, it just once again throws another degree of difficulty to us. But the fish are still there. They're sitting where they need to be. I'm still long lining, getting out there, catching them deep, instead of those fish being in the 7 and 8 foot column. Now I'm still having to put double 16ths, 8s, and get down there in that 20, 21 foot and drag for them, and just got to really bump them in the head right now. Still my main color. And the water's cleaned up a little bit, but that color for me has been that blue chartreuse and the miniminder and the slab slayer, just something kind of real subtle with them. And just in the deeper creeks, Yellow Creek right now is good. Bay Springs is real good. Church House, Embo's Island, places like that. Some of your bigger creeks that have the deeper channels that they can funnel into and not have to abandon back to the river channel. So things like that's what I'm looking for right now.
And the bass bite's not going to be far behind. Look for hard cover there with swim jigs and spinner baits, big thumper blades, and maybe some square bills. Let's talk about Neely Henry. What are you seeing out of Neely Henry?
Neely, those guys out on the river, I think that they're still trying to get this water out of there, but a lot of the bays, Canoe Creek has been good down that way. You're just looking for some of the cleaner water. And once again, too, the guys that are long lining can kind of get a little deeper on some of this. It's been better. There's been in the bends where you can get out of some of the really strong current. Some of the bigger fish at Neely are still out on the river channel. They're out there. If you can get around some structure and more of a vertical approach to them, just dropping straight down on them and just aggravating them till you make them eat it.
Yeah, and the bass bite there, you're going to look for main lake stuff there as well. Kind of getting just out of that current because they're going to be chewing pretty good. Lee, as always, man, we appreciate it. We know you got the ABT up there at Smith Lake. We wish you well. We'll miss you at Fish Fest. Go kill them, you and Steve. Put something on them.
Sure do hate we're missing a Fish Fest this week, man. I'd love to be down there. It's always a pleasure to see you guys, and you put on a great event.
Yeah, but we'd rather see you with that trophy overhead with our logo on a shirt. So go have fun. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, March the 12th, presented by Mercury. Hey, it's Fish Fest Day here at Bucks Island. Don't forget to come on by and see us unless you're going to brave those conditions and get out on the water. But let's talk to Josh Harrod about Logan Martin and Lay Lake. Josh will steer us in the right direction. Anyway, Josh, tell us what's going to be happening at Logan Martin and Lay Lake today.
Man, the spotted bass are kind of gearing up towards their spawn, and it's that time of year for them to do their thing. They always seem to happen a couple weeks before the largemouth do. And even with this weather coming in here and this water conditions, these fish are they're getting where they want to be. It's a great time of year to catch really big spotted bass, really shallow. Gravel, any of these like little main lake transition points that lead up on these flats and bays. It's a really good time of year to go through rattle baits, chatter baits, anything you can kind of get up there and target these fish that are, like I said, they're getting in the position to do their day or their yearly spawn. And, man, like I said, it's coming. There's been some really good weights the past couple weeks, and there's been some really big fish showing up, which is traditional for this time of year. This is when you really start to see like those random 7 and 8 pound largemouths show up, and They're starting to, so it looks like we're heading into a good spring.
Is it the kind of thing that you say shallow, you say up? Are you talking just on the bank into the pockets, or are you talking maybe some of the bars and stuff down there as well?
I'm talking about bars.
Okay.
That's the gig. It's not necessarily a bank thing. That 3 to 5 foot range seems to be a really good deal. And like I said, you're looking for places right now, especially with all the flow that we have, is basically as close as you can get to current and not be in it. So I'm not talking about way back in pockets and everything else. I'm talking about like just inside creek mouths, just inside these pockets off the river. Yep. Any of these long little transitioning bars that shoot out towards the river, I mean, they're prime targets this time of year.
Yeah, I'm sure the fish aren't absolutely settled on it. They're going to roam a little bit more and maybe move still, but they're moving towards it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where that kind of like that trap bite and chatterbaits and even casting a shaky head this time of year is really good. And you do it a whole lot shallower than you normally would. But like I said, that's kind of my 1-2 approach right now is spotted bass fishing like that, and I hope for some decent weather and go put your nose to the grindstone and go try to catch a largemouth. Right, they seem to be farther and fewer between us on the Coosa River lately.
Well, brother, we appreciate everything. Viva Lost Reaction Innovations, and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, March the 12th, presented by Mercury. Hey, folks, Fish Fest Day here at Bucks Island. If you're not going to brave that cold weather and stand out there in that nice long underwear and rain gear for half the day like Tom Ott will, come on down and see us here at Bucks Island. We got food, fun, friends, and pro staff and all kinds of stuff. Learn fishing. But let's talk to Tom and see what's going to happen up there at Guntersville while he's out there freezing his little tushy out.
I think the bass are going to need some sweaters this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen. We got snow coming in. You know, it's just crazy. I mean, this spring weather is just getting to me. But, you know, we had a beautiful, beautiful week worth of weather, warm temperatures. I mean, we were seeing water temps up, you know, in the upper 50s, mid and upper 50s. And I'm sure that's changing right now as we speak. But, you know, then high, muddy water again. But, you know, it just didn't seem to really affect the fish. What I was seeing, I saw a lot of fish. We had water drop. Saw a lot of fish that kind of pulled back out, but they didn't leave. They just pulled off the areas, you know, off the banks and that kind of thing. The water coming back up, I'm sure it kind of made a push, you know, made these fish push back up in there. You know, it's kind of weird. I got out 3 days and, you know, one day I had a lot of fish, you know, a 20 plus day of catching fish. And then the very next day I go out and it was very slow. I mean, you know, caught 8 fish. You know, the baits that are really still producing, I mean, the A-rig is really starting to come on, you know, and it's a clarity kind of deal. A single swim bait's really happening. Flat side crankbait seems to be the hot item right now. Anything, you know, any of your Rapalas, your Strike King flat sides, your Berkeley flat sides. I mean, they're really just hot right now. And you know, I don't think you have to throw any particular color as long as it's orange or red or something along that hue. But yeah, they're just eating that thing up. I mean, absolutely choking it. But it has been, you know, it's been somewhat of a grind. And I think most of that has to do with the up and down water fluctuations. It's just moving the fish in and out, but not really back to the deep water, back out, you know, and there's still fish out there on that deep stuff. They just haven't made that full push, but we're going to see that very, very soon. We are seeing some fish up very shallow, but that intermediate depth, somewhere around 8 to 4 feet, somewhere like that seems to be the key for me right now anyway.
Well, dude, we appreciate everything, and we will talk to you again next week. Well, that'll do it for our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, March the 12th, presented by Mercury. We hope you guys stay warm out there today. Come see us at the dealership, Bucks Island. You know what? We'll feed you a hot hamburger and a hot dog if you want to, give you something to drink, and let you meet all the good people from all our vendors and the pros. Come on, see us. Hopefully you'll be here today. If you choose to go fishing, please stay safe, stay warm. Underlayers are a good thing, layers in general, but stay safe on the water, and we will talk to you again next week.